Now an update on the bushfire emergencies gripping Australia coast to coast as fires in WA continue to deal with an emergency level blaze threatening lives. A mega fire north of Sydney has flared up again, with homes now feared lost. For more on this, New South Wales Rural Fire Service Commissioner Shane Fitzsimons joins us for the very latest on that fire front. Commissioner, good morning to you. So we know that the Gospers Mountain blaze, it was downgraded from an emergency level this morning. Is it still posing a threat?
Good morning, Lara. Absolutely it is. That fire, that Gospers fire, is now, it's not far away from 400,000 hectares. You're talking a massive stretch of fire that's going all the way from Glen Alice, Glen Davis out near Capertee, all the way through to the western areas of the Central Coast. For days now, crews have been doing an extraordinary amount of work, particularly around vulnerable communities like Mount Wilson and Mount Irvine, with critical backburning operations. Unfortunately, we saw last night a significant flare-up in fire behaviour. That fire has crossed the Bells Line of Road just to the south, so there's fire now burning to the south of the Bells Line of Road as well. We've got reports of dozens of buildings, structures having been damaged or destroyed. We're just not sure on homes and outbuildings and sheds and those sorts of things. I am hearing reports that even our local members and it might be our local captain have lost their home last night trying to defend their local community. So it's another awful scenario being played out, but unfortunately there's an extraordinary amount of work still to go, particularly given the heat wave conditions and the weather conditions that are going to dominate us for the next week at least.
Some of those pictures that we were just seeing on our screen there, I mean, it looks apocalyptic. These conditions that these firefighters now, particularly with these Gospers, this Gospers Mountain fire, that these fireys have been battling, it is extraordinary. I mean, in your experience, have you seen a blaze this scale before in New South Wales?
Look, I've not seen fire to this scale, particularly along the ranges, and as a matter of fact, it's unprecedented to see. You know, we're just shy of 3 million hectares. We're at 2.7, 2.8 million hectares that's burnt so far this season, and it's all along the Great Dividing Range through forested country, and these fires, they're very difficult to access. The drought is having an absolutely profound effect on the vegetation and its flammability. We are seeing fire burn effectively unimpeded under windy conditions through recent hazard reduction burnt out areas where we're hopeful for some moderation in fire behaviour and a slowing of fire. Unless the hazard reduction is 6 or 12 months old, we are just seeing the main fire front burn through it. So the effect of the drought, the absence of moisture in any of the vegetation, means the flammability is quite extraordinary. And even last night or yesterday afternoon, despite the extraordinary efforts and the really good work that crews have been doing to protect very vulnerable communities like Mount Wilson, Mount Irvine and Barrambing, we saw an extraordinary flare-up in what was not even the worst of conditions that we've experienced so far this season, or we're expecting in the weeks and days ahead.
Yep, and just to think we're only a couple of weeks into summer. Commissioner Shane Fitzsimons, thank you very much for your time, and it's sounding like some very sad news to come as a result of that Gospers Mountain fire. Thank you very much for that update.